Hello everyone, this is TJ with Thread and Taught. Today I'm going to be doing block 1 of the 2025 Designer Mystery. This is using Corey Yoder's A Bloom fabric, her new fabric line, and this first block is called Cleared Sky and it's by Corey Yoder. Alright, there wasn't a lot of cutting that need to be done for this block, which is nice. Alright, but let's get started. So hopefully before you get started, you cut your A fabric into 8 pieces and your C into 16 and your D into 8. You just would have cut each piece 4 times. I just laid mine on top of one another. We're going to be doing, you did that so that you can make the hourglass. Okay. So hourglass to me can get a little tricky, so you have to be careful where you're placing things. Let me put this down here. So I'm going to take a C. So you're going to make 8 of these. So it's a C and an A. So I always have to double check myself. So you want the C fabric to look like this with the triangle with the point pointing towards you and the A with the point facing down. You want it just like that, okay? Remember, this triangle point is facing towards you. This one, the triangle point is facing down because you want a line, okay? I'm going to do these first. And you're going to sew on this line here. You're going to make 8 of those. So I'm going to just chain piece those together. And I always have to double check myself because I am prone to messing up on hourglass. Yes, that is correct. Okay. I just want to show you. So that's my 1/4 of an inch, and you're going to open up and it's going to look like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sew all of those. You need 8. So you're only doing 8 of these. So remember, this is pointing towards me. This one with the triangle pointing down. Okay, so that's all of them. Now let's do D and C. So this is my D and this is my C. So I want my D arrow facing to the left. No. And triangle up. So green you want facing to the left, and the coral you want the triangle up. Make sure they're in the right place. Coral on the bottom, green on the right. And you're going to sew on this side. Just want to show you before I continue. So you want it like that. Okay. So you're going to make 8 of those too. You should be out of green by then. Face up. Pointing to the left. And I'm sewing here. Okay. Here are all my pieces pressed. So now we're going to make hourglass, double hourglass units. Oh, I'm sorry. Double hour, blah, 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 blah. We're going to make hourglass units. I'm going to start that over. So I just got to make sure I'm putting it in the right direction. So I need one of these. These go this way. Okay. So we're going to make the hourglass unit. Okay. So what I did was I organized my piles according to the picture. So that the top is going to have green and white and then coral and green. Okay. So for the first one, you're going to have it like this. And for the second one, you're going to add it like so. Okay. I would have preferred these to nest, but they said to press open. So that's what I did. Yeah, I would have done that a little different. I would have pressed one to the side, but I guess to ease bulk. And you're going to make 8 of these. I just want to show you what they look like. So that's what they look like. Green, green, coral, white. All right. And I did get my point right on the money. A trick is to line both seams up. All right. So you're going to make 8 of those. And then you're going to square them. You're going to trim them up to 3.5 by 3.5. So I have some tails that's going to have to be cut off. And you're going to press this open. Okay, these are all trimmed up to 3.5 by 3.5. Now we're going to make the double hourglass unit. So we're going to make 4. You're going to put 2 together side by side like so. Let's see one there. was not pressed well. Make sure your whites are at the top and your greens are touching each other. All right, and these are those hourglass units sewn together. So your E, you need to cut into 4s, as well as your G. Cut those into 4s, okay? And then your H, you're going to cut that on the diagonal ones. So we're going to make star points. Star points. So you're going to take first going to take these. Almost like the hourglass, you're going to take a E. So you're going to have triangle facing down. Nope. Like that. So both triangles are going to face down to make a line. Both triangles, one pointing towards you, one pointing to your right, one pointing to your left, to make an angle like that. You're going to make 4. You're going to sew on this line right here. Here are those pressed. To this, you're going to add H. So you have this, and you're going to add H right here to the bottom. And then you're going to trim these up to 2.5 by 2.5. Yeah, they have to be trimmed All right. And here are those trimmed up. All right. Next, we're going to assemble the star unit. So I'm going to take F and the star point. Make sure this coral piece is up. We're going to add that to this side. And then to the right side of that, I'm going to add another piece of F. Okay. And now for the center, I have one piece this way, and I'm going to use I. Make sure that coral is facing to the left. And then I'm going to open that, and then to the right, I'm going to add another star point facing to the right. And then for the bottom, I'm going to have F with the star point facing down. And then to the right side of that, I'm going to add the other F. Okay, I am going to go press these, and then we're going to put it together. Okay. And now I'm going to put it together. So this is going to be my top. This is my bottom. This should nest. Yep. Okay. And then I'm going to put the bottom on. Well, I'm going to come on. Okay. All right. Looks good. So before I press it, I'm going to go ahead and, because this is going to go in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and do the outer blocks so that I can press those. So we're going to move on to the clear sky block. So you're going to take these, make sure these are facing inward. And I'm going to put a B on the left and the right. And then I'm going to do another one for the bottom. Make this facing up. And the same thing. Okay, I'm gonna go press. All right, we're gonna put it together. So we're gonna do the sides first. And then, oops, gonna do this side over that side and this side. It close. I'm not worried about it. I'll just close it. Oh wow. Okay. And then these need to be pressed in so that these can nest. Okay. And then we're going to add this one to the top and the other one to the bottom. Okay. Like so. And here is that block completed. That's very, very pretty. Very pretty. Thank you for joining me and see you at the next video.